Hey, everybody. How was y'all week? How did the week go for you all? It's Friday. It's Friday. We made it. We made it. I was just sitting here thinking, has anybody ever thought about where their original dreams and aspirations for life, where they were originally created? Like, did you just wake up one day and decide that I want to be a doctor, or I want to be a lawyer, or I want to be a pediatrician, or I want to be an entrepreneur? I really think entrepreneurship back in our days coming up was something more that I didn't really ever hear people talking about entrepreneurship when I was coming up. That's something that I learned getting older. Of course, I've heard of people having businesses, but entrepreneurship is something that I learned, later in life. I didn't hear people talk about, or your parents asked you, did you want to be an entrepreneur when I was coming up? Most parents talk to you about being a doctor, a lawyer, all the common things that people be. Entrepreneurship was never one of the things that we discussed much coming up. But once you get older, you understand that it's something that we should talk about. Talk to our children about for real, and not be so pushy on trying to push them into fields that are common. Letting their minds expand, let them really figure out what it is they want to do in life. I learned that coming up. But how was everybody Friday? I'm gonna tell you about mine. Mine was great. I just got off of work, and I said, let me do a video. I ain't did a video in a few days. Let me come on here and talk to my people, see what they doing. We've been moving around a little bit this week in these streets. It's been a lot going on. Congratulations to the Washingtons. Those babies played. Yes, they did. May God continue to allow them to flourish. I love to see kids doing good things. Because God knows there's so much stuff. There's so much peer pressure out here for children. They can get into so much stuff. Sometimes not even intentional. Being in the wrong place at the wrong time, associating themselves with the wrong people unconsciously. Just trying to fit in. It's just so many ways that good kids can get caught up in bad stuff. And people try to hold them accountable forever. Like, oh, please, we all was kids one time or another. We all did stuff people may think made us a bad kid. But we wasn't bad kids. We just made bad decisions sometimes. And a lot of bad kids grew into very, very, very successful and, operational adults. So that's what I love to, sing all kids' praises. Because God knows these babies going up out of here, baby. And we got to pray over these babies. The ones that are lost, we got to do our best to bring them back. Because I swear, I work with mine every day, honey. Just trying to keep them composed, keep them level-headed, constantly teaching them their self-worth, constantly, embedded in them how easy trouble is to get in, but it's hard to get out of. One bad move, one bad decision can cost you a lifetime of pain. That's the reality of it. But yeah, my Friday has been good. I woke up this morning, my babies woke up this morning, and we all got to be thankful for that, baby. Because, baby, like I say, I see so many women losing their children. God knows my heart goes out to them. Because that's a pain I never, ever, ever in my life want to feel. A lot of people in my area and just around the world has lost their babies, honey. And No, no, no. I pray to God that's a pain I never had to feel. And I just pray for any woman or man who has to live with the absence of a child, It just be so every weekend we be on this page, this Roblox page, just watching, and we just seeing the babies leaving, leaving, leaving. I be like, Lord Jesus, please. It make me scream over mine. Lord, please, God. Please, Father God. And you don't have to know the child to be emotional, because I be emotional every time. Because at the end of the day, I'm a parent. And ain't none of us exempt from God's will and God's way. So, baby, ain't nobody in your life guaranteed to stay. So you definitely gotta, because we all gotta make that movement, that motion on over when our time come, baby. So you gotta cherish everybody. You gotta be a good person. Even sometimes when it's hard, you gotta push yourself to be a good person sometimes, because God ain't gonna, when you stand in front of God, He ain't gonna ask you about what nobody else did. He gonna ask you about you. See, the things in life that people, what I noticed in this lifetime, the things in life that people deem accomplishments are crazy. Like the way you dress. How is that an accomplishment? You made somebody else rich. So how is that an accomplishment? I see people go buy designer clothes, don't got no car, no house, but you got on designer clothes. A designer that is already filthy rich. And if they see you in the streets, laying on the side of the road, they won't stop and give you $1. But you feel accomplished because you got on Chanel, Dior. Baby, if that's the way you sum yourself up, you don't value yourself much. Because materialistic stuff should never define you. And most of that should be ugly anyway. To be truthful. Shoot, I love who clothes? Fashion Nova got some good clothes. But it's the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Shoot. They got them pants though that make that bunkie be sitting up, baby. That bunkie be on 24s up in the Fashion Novas. But baby, it's just a materialistic world. I don't know. I don't care what nobody says. I'm gonna wear what I want to wear. I don't care. Because with the day I spent $800 on t-shirt, you can kiss my child bye. When you see me in an $800, I don't care if I'm filthy rich. You see me in an $800 t-shirt, going and calling people up on the 4th floor at the hospital, 7th floor, whichever one. Because I need to go. I ain't right. It ain't me. That ain't me. I've been cloned or something. That ain't me. That ain't me. I love, I value money. I can't do it. I can't spend that kind of money on a doggone t-shirt. Shoot, my son bought a Burberry outfit. I went on Burberry to see how much the outfit was. I said, boy, who child is you? You about crazy hell, ain't? Boy, I ain't raised y'all like that. You about crazy. He had to spend like $1,300 on the shoes. The shirt he had to spend like $600. Hey, brother. Hey, boo. He had to spend like $800 on the shirt, $600 or $800, and the same for the pants. And the pants were so doggone tight. I told him, boy, if you don't take the pants off, I ain't getting no more grandchildren. I appreciate you, baby. Hey, why these boys wear these tight behind pants these days, Lord? I just be feeling like they circulation go. Child, then they be tight and sagging. Ain't you about it crazy? They can't be wrapped tight, because ain't no way you just squeeze your nuts in something and then gonna try to sag it. Nuts sweating. I know they be safe. They can't even do a split. Them boys can't even open their legs. I know all that junk be sweating. I don't care how skinny they is. Them little skinny behind. Y'all might go ahead and put on some spandex. How you doing today, Blossom, baby? Drop the link. Okay, but how I do it, baby? Tell me how to do it. Let me see how I share the link. Okay. Okay, boo, I'm looking right now. Guess. Okay, so invite guests. Send the link to your guests. Okay. So do I copy it? Okay. Do I put it in the chat? I can't put nothing in the chat. How I do it, Blossom? Hey, Miranda, how are you, Queen? Look at my two beautiful queens here. Y'all rock on me tonight? It says 3, but only 2 people spoke. But hey, third person. Blossom, tell me how. Y'all know I'm new to this. Come on now. Okay, let me see more. Okay, post a comment. Okay. Chat. Do I hit chat? Blossom, tell me what to do. Okay. All right. Hold on, Bookie. I'm coming. I think. Okay. Okay, that's how you do it. You paste it in the chat. Okay, there it go. There it go, Blossom. Okay. You coming? How I do it now? Did you click it, Blossom? I posted it. Okay, okay. See, I gotta guess. Okay, here we go. Oh, well, now how I get you up here? And
Girl, I'm here.
that
Period. It's simple. It's simple as one, two, three.
girl,
Becoming
I
81. You know it. It's simple as one, two, three.
got
Listen.
girl.
Listen.
What's up
I
with you?
don't know how old your son is, but man's 11 going on 12. And he think it's so cool to sag his pants at school and all that. I don't roll like that. I don't rock like that. Like, that's so unattractive. Like, and
Yeah.
I be showing him how the older guys who sag their pants down to their knees. Come on now, don't nobody want to see your underwears. You know,
Right.
so you have to be mindful. Come on now, I didn't raise you like this. I
That's
don't
what I be
know
telling mine.
why
Oh
you
yeah.
want to wear skinny jeans, straight,
Right.
all this other stuff, and then you still got to pull your pants down so you can have room and then your drawers showing. I tell him, look, listen, becoming woman 1981. If you was born in 1981,
Yep.
you 5 years older than me. I'm 86, right?
Mm-hmm.
If I told my boy, it's I I say you sagging your pants, that's nigga spelled backwards. So even if you sag your pants, it's still nigga. Like, come on now, don't play with me. I don't like that. I don't like that. He wanna go with the trend or what they
Yep.
doing at school. I haven't raised you like that.
Yep.
You know, put on a belt. If you feel like your pants falling down, put on a belt. I hate it. I hate it. Oh my
But they
god.
don't be sagging. They be too doggone tight. I be telling my sons, y'all circulation. Let me tell you something. If you gotta pull them down to just have them, around your waist, cause they too tight at the leg. Don't put them on. And then when I buy them pants with the little, ooh,
Yeah.
even my 17-year-old, he makes me so sick. Like I can buy them and they can just have a little bit of leg room. He be like, look at these fat at the leg. What you mean they fat?
That's why they like the skinny jeans. They like the skinny jeans down here in the South because if they skinny jeans, they gonna okay, they skinny jeans. We just go pull them down some. You still have to pull your pants up. Don't nobody want to see the drawers you had on 2 days ago.
And then they can't run
Oh
in them. They can't run in them because the whole
no,
middle part out. So what if you need to run somewhere?
exactly.
And it's gonna trip and fall. You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
Then that's why I was saying my son, he had bought some Burberry ones, some blue ones, girl, 600 something dollars. I said, boy, you about fool. I don't know who raised you. Y'all boys, y'all just be going nuts. Cause
Ooh,
my boys
chat.
are 27, 17, 16, 20, and who I missed, because I got 5 boys, 27, 16, and 22. Girl, and all of them wear them things.
See
Yeah, every time
there?
well, mom, that ain't my size. That's your waist size. Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Mm-hmm.
wham. I'm not
You
buying.
just want
I'm
it.
not
You
buying. I
just
tell
they
them I will
just
go
want
to
them
the
skinny jeans.
yeah.
The
I tell them
skinny.
I might as well go to the dance store and get y'all some doggone spandex then,
Okay.
cause that's what they be
Yeah.
looking like, jean spandex.
Yes, becoming. Oh my God. Like I love my boys. I wouldn't trade them for nothing in the world because I refuse to have a girl. It's like, and to keep it real with you, like you know your body when you get pregnant, right?
Right.
You know what it is. Oh, a girl, boy. I know that the last pregnancy I had, I knew it was a girl because
You
I
was
didn't
real
have
big.
these feelings with my boys. Every time somebody say something to me, I'm getting emotional.
Yeah.
I'm crying. Oh no, this my girl. Oh no, because I knew how I was with my mom, and
Mm-hmm.
I be darned if I go through the same thing. And
Yeah,
now,
we all going and see that's why a lot of girls don't want girls because we don't want to see that come back to us. Because you know your mom always tell you, oh, you're gonna get it back 10 times fold when you have young.
10-4,
But them
period.
girls, what I do
Yes.
notice about my girls, with the 4 girls that I have, okay, so my boys made my hair grow, my nails grow, kept my skin very pretty. So I always knew the difference because girls, my skin was still pretty, but I used to be so sick. Now with the boys, I used to get so huge. With the girls, I used to get like medium size. I wasn't large, except for my last girl. My last girl, yeah, she had my stomach huge. But the girls make me, sick as far as physically sick. The boys didn't do that. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I always
Mm-hmm.
know the difference. I already know the sex, the way my body react.
Baby, look, I'm a firm believer of abortions. I'm not gonna sit here and lie, baby. Baby, I
They
know.
about to
Look, I
stop
done
them
had
things,
two
so you better not
boys.
get pregnant no more. Cause you gonna be stuck like Chuck.
Baby, I don't want it. Look, I don't want it. I'm messing with guys who has what they do when they can't have kids no more, the
Vasectomies.
but mastectomies, baby. Baby, you can shoot that semen in me, baby, because it ain't
And them
that
things
shit
ain't
is
right,
there. It's
man.
saying you can shoot that sand in me, baby, because I know ain't nothing coming up out of here.
Them
Baby,
blades
I'm
right
not.
there, block.
I'm not messing around, baby. I'm 37. Well, I be 37. I'm not going. I'm almost knocking on 40. I'm good with my boys. Look, my
That's how I
boys is 9 years apart.
let
I'm
me tell you
good.
something. Let me tell you something. That's what I thought. I went to my little baby and my baby right before her. They 10 years apart. So I was done having kids at the 8, okay? I was already done. I went to the hospital one day because my stomach was hurting so bad and I couldn't figure out why. And I was so sick. So I went to the hospital and I'm like, that's how bad the pain was. I was like, this ain't normal. So I go to the emergency room and so they like, okay, they came back, they said you have a fibroid. So I'm like, what's that? So they tell me what a fibroid is and what could, because it's like, I guess, increasing hormones or something create fibroids. So I'm like, why would my hormones be increasing, baby? I run from the D because I get pregnant every time. I be running. My husband be like, come on, no, baby, please, no, I don't want to. But, and they say, oh, is the fibroid, and congratulations for what? That's up. You got it, baby. I saw, hell no. I don't know how I got in there, but you better get it out of there. So, child, them people got red in the face laughing at me, but it was show a baby. I'm like, I'm gonna have a baby at 40. She snuck up on it, but I don't regret it for nothing in the world. She is hilarious. But I always think about like having babies that late when they get like real active, like 10 and Blossom must have dropped down. When they get older, like in their teens, you will be kind of older and not really as mobile. Okay, I'm adding you
I'm
back.
sorry. I heard you. You say you wouldn't trade her for nothing in the world. I hit
Yeah.
that dumb button by mistake. I'm so sorry.
No,
But
you got.
yeah, I'm still here. Yeah,
No,
girl.
I always wonder like if you when you have them late in age, I always worry about getting older and not being able to get around as much. That's why I never
Mhm.
intend. I never thought I would have children like at 40.
But
But
girl, I guess you know what? At least you have it at 40. Anything after 40, they say your baby be Down syndrome, retarded, come
no,
out with a
they be
half a
saying that at the age of
baby.
35. Actually, it's actually after the age of 35. They say the risks are higher.
What?
Yeah,
Really?
they say the risks
Girl.
are higher, but it's not. I don't think that's always true because so many older women are giving birth now. These I think I seen a 50-year-old woman on TikTok.
Yes.
Baby,
Girl,
fine.
okay. Yes.
But
Yes,
I
that's
wouldn't
what I'm
put her
saying.
at 50 now. That's put
I'm not having no more. I'm sorry. Look, I started at a early but late age.
Mm.
Like I was pregnant before, like right before I got locked up. Like
Mm-hmm.
I would have had me a 21, 22 year old. She would have been okay this December. My
Right.
baby would have been whatever, whether if it's a boy or girl. She would have been he or she would have been 22 going on 23. Right? I probably would have been a grandma at the age of 36, 37.
I
You
am.
know, so baby, I'm grateful. I'm thankful. Ooh, child. I got my baby. He 3. My son, he'll be 12. Like, and all my friends who up there at the age with me, they grandmas. You
I
know
am
they
too. I got
grandmas.
six. I got six
Ooh,
grandchildren.
child. But
6.
girl, you 40. You
But I ain't
40.
old. What you? Wait a minute. Back it up.
You
Back it up.
not
Back
old,
it up.
baby. We still look, baby.
What?
You not old at all. You not.
And that's what
But
me and my kids be arguing about because they think I be telling them all the time, baby. I've been a mom since I've been 14 years old. Okay,
oh,
like I told y'all before, both of my parents died by the time I was 15. Both of them, you gone again, Blossom. You know what? Hit it again, Blossom. Now, don't you hit it again? Hit done again. Oh, okay. So something might happen. But anyway, if you can still hear me, hopefully. Well, here we go. Hit that thing again now, Blossom.
I'm
You hit
sorry.
you hit
I
that
keep
thing.
hitting. Look, I'm trying to go to the chat, but I'm keep hitting the done button. But I heard you. You been a mama since
But
you
yeah,
was
yeah, yeah. Since
14.
I've been after my mom, well, yeah, since I've been 14, my mom and dad was gone by the time I was 15. Both of them had
Mm-hmm.
already died.
Mm-hmm.
So, I tell my babies, I've been by the age of 19, I was a mama of 4. So I
Mm-hmm.
always tell them, and that's just because I was able to do whatever it is in life I wanted to do. Nobody cared about me anymore. I
Mm-hmm.
was in the streets. Nobody was around to tell me that I was, that my body was a temple or teach me to love myself.
Exactly.
So when you go out
Yes.
here and you think that love is in a man. You cling to the wrong things and the wrong people looking for love. But like I
Girl,
said, I
what?
don't regret anything in my story because it's the story that God wrote for me. So that's that. But what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying is I be trying to explain to my children because I always told them like wait late on in life now. Y'all better wait till I'm about 60 something. I'm not rocking no baby. Cause I'm waiting for all y'all to get grown and gone. And you think I'm gonna start over rocking y'all babies? Oh no,
Mm-hmm.
the devil is a liar.
Okay. Girl, would you tell them like, and
Mm,
that's what I was telling them, like, you found love in man, right? You lost
yep,
your parents. You
yep,
lost both of your parents. I had
right,
both of mine. My
mm,
mom, she was there. My daddy, he wasn't there. So by my daddy wasn't there, I had so much evil and hate in me. I'm always fighting. I'm always that. So
right,
when I finally started dealing with guys, they was older than me,
mm,
and when they used to beat me, fight me or whatever, I thought it was love.
yep,
And you could hear I tell this in my story, right?
mm-hmm,
If you go and listen to my story, if you not subscribe to Pink Confinement, she goes around and she interview everybody about their story, right?
right,
And I was one of the ones. I even posted on my channel if you can't find her.
okay,
But I say this, I tell this. This is something that I didn't share on YouTube, but I did tell my story. You
right,
know, but when you trying to make it out the sector and make it somewhere with somebody whose platform bigger than yours, you
right,
gonna 9 times out of 10 you gonna make it over where it's bigger at, right? And
right,
that's what I did. Girl, I share all that. You
right.
find love in the wrong places. I didn't have no father. So I thought dating guys older than me, I felt that father figure. And when, if we get into a altercation or argument, then they want to fight me. I thought it was love because I seen it everywhere else, and they stayed with their significant other. You see, so I thought it was love. So I thought it was okay for me
Right.
to let a guy abuse me and do all these things to me, and we still be together.
But see, that's crazy because our stories are similar but different. See, this is why I say things that children go through or see coming up, they don't always end up the same way. See, I watched my mom be abused by my stepdad or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and it's crazy. When I used to try to jump in and fight, she would beat me, tell me I'm being grown and this, that, and the third and the fourth.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
when I grew up different. I grew up doing my best to try not to be like her. So even if a man yelled at me, you might as well put him up. I was
Mm-hmm.
like, y'all, if you ain't gonna put that, I was totally like that. And even my husband was like, you think every time somebody say something to you, you always aggressive. Like, just don't talk. You can't even talk to me loud. Like you talk to me loud. If you're a man, I'm on defense. I'm ready to box. Cause
Mm-hmm.
and that's what I said. You like you what the trauma did to you was make you think it was acceptable that that's the way a man showed you love by putting his hands on you. What it did to
Mm-hmm.
me is make me so aggressive and hardcore that it's hard for a man to talk to me. And even if they're just being not really trying to be violent, but just trying to be very,
You still
being
put up
emotional.
that defense mode, right?
Right, right. I put up that
That's
defense mode.
me. What's
I'm
your
ready to
saying
rock.
becoming?
Like you ain't
What's
finna.
your saying? What's your saying?
I'm an Aries.
See, I'm a Libra. So it's like you put up that the defense mode,
Right.
defense mechanism. It's a defense mechanism. That's me. Like I'm not gonna now see back then I thought it was okay. Now today I refuse to let a guy talk to me in the type of way. I don't care. I don't care what job you is. I don't care. You know how they say we phenomenal, and then they say the man is the alpha man.
Oh yeah.
I don't care because guess what? Those alpha mans, they still feel like they could talk to a woman any type of way. Me, you can't do that. Back
Well, not
then, you
always
probably
alphas though.
could. You
It's
probably
a difference.
could back then.
You got to know the difference between an alpha male and a narcissist too, and a controlling man. It's different. See, alpha men gonna stand up and
Ooh, child.
basically
You
alpha men,
know?
those the strong men that's gonna stand up to you as let I'm the man and you're the woman. And see, but what that make a lot of us women do too when we
Mhm.
watch our mama get beat, we don't know how to let a man lead. Because we always feel like if we allow
Mhm.
him to lead, he gonna think he can control us, and we think everything that they're doing is being controlling. But we don't even understand we brung that childhood trauma, so we don't even have a clear vision of what's right in front of us because we think a man trying to control us.
Exactly.
Because I'm exactly like that, and my husband tell me all the time,
Mhm.
everything I say to you, you gotta be da da da. But I know it's a
You got
trauma.
to be on defense mode. You got to be, yeah,
Hey, Alex.
yes. But me, you have to see with me. I'm not saying with you, but with me, I have to be on defense mode because I would feel like, oh, okay, I done told you this. I feel like you gonna come and attack me. Like with my guy friend. You
Mm-hmm.
know, he was like my diary. I was his diary, but when stuff started going down the pipe, it's like, oh, okay, whatever. He talks to me in this type of way. I talk to him in type of way. You
Right.
know, I'm not gonna. No, I'm not. Oh well, you say this, you say any type of thing to me, and I suppose, okay, whatever. Yes, man. Yes, sir. No, I'm not that type of woman. I'm gonna give you the same feedback you give me.
And they say like women supposed to be submissive, but they don't understand that
And I am.
a
But
lot
you
of
know
women
what?
don't know how to be submissive though. We
But
don't really
I
understand.
am though. I
No, but
really
listen, listen,
am.
listen. Some men define submission different. That be the thing. Like, what kind of man are you? Like, what do you think submissive is? Submissive ain't I'm finna rub your feet every morning, you and rub your back or wait on you hand and foot every day, pick your clothes. I ain't that kind of
Okay.
submissive. That sound more like a maid to me. But
Okay, right.
yeah,
Exactly.
what's your definition of submission?
See, my submission, I'm gonna look, baby,
No, I'm
look.
talking to man, like, cause some men
Oh,
definition of submission, some of them got submission
but they be
twisted.
knowing, they be knowing. It's like with those, if they feel like they could run over you, past, it's some men they feel like they got you wrapped around their fingers and they could run over you. You're not gonna run over me. See,
Those are
this
you
is why
ones who
I
told you
I am
you
not married. I am not in a relationship.
I'm
I
married.
am not in none of these categories
I'm
because at the
married and you
same
ain't gonna run
time.
over me, so you can take marriage out of that category, please, for 200, Alex. I don't care. You ain't gonna run over me. You can go ahead and take
Okay,
that.
so let me tell you this. I haven't found that suitable person then. I
Right,
haven't found that suitable person.
right,
And I know I could be everything a man would want in a woman, minus my mouth, right?
right.
Long as you talk with me with respect, I could come with you with respect. If you come and feel like you could talk to me any type of way, oh baby, I'm gonna let you have it because baby, guess what? I'm a Libra. And once you tip that down balance scale, oh, it's over with. You know what I'm saying? I'm a very, very good person. I'm sweet as hell. Like I'm
Right.
very I'm kind hearted. I give my last. I'm that person. I'm that bitch. Like I know I'm that person, that woman. You know, I refuse to let a man take advantage of me, period. Especially if I'm a single parent. You know,
But
if
have you ever
you feel
taken time to what that's what I said when you say take advantage of you, okay? That could be different definitions for different people. Hey, I am Michelle. She's speaking to you too, Blossom. I am Michelle.
hey boo, hey, I am Michelle, hey babe.
When you say take advantage, okay, that can mean, like I said, with our traumas, what they could be doing to us may look like taking advantage, but sometimes it just could be a man trying to lead. But you know what they say, that when you find the right man, you're gonna automatically become submissive, even unconsciously, because
Exactly.
he's gonna make
Yes,
you feel safe, and he's
that's
gonna make
me.
you feel like you can let your guard down with him. That's what they
Yes,
say. But
yes,
you know,
yes, yes,
hey
yes.
Rukia, how are you? Yeah, that's what they say though. They say you'll let your guard
Hmm.
down automatically. That's what they say, honey. I don't know. I'm married, but I ain't know. I don't know.
Girl, look, and I'm trying to get there, but baby, I ain't rushing it either. Shit, I'm not rushing.
I
I
be
ain't
telling people
ready to
because it's
baby.
different. It's just like you. I don't know. I be telling, like he be even telling me sometimes, like we be telling each other, like, oh, you gonna go hang out? You know, it's just like I don't know. It's just like I don't know how to explain it. I guess when you've been together so long, it's just like I see some
But
older
let me
people.
tell you something. Let me tell
It's
you
like
a
a
story. I
comfort.
don't want you to fumble with your words. You know,
No, I'm
look. Let
trying to
me
rate the
tell you
right.
something.
No.
I've been
I'm
little
trying
bit
to say
come.
it the right way so it won't come out wrong. So nobody
Okay,
won't think
look,
I want to
let me just flat out and say it, goddamn
what
it. Listen, I've
what.
been with a motherfucker 7 years, on and off.
I've
No
been with mine for
kids,
30
no
on and off.
nothing.
So almost 30, 28 on and off.
I've been with him 7 years. Guess what? They say 7 years is what? Legal law marriage, right? Well, I don't claim none of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've been together on and off. I done had a baby. I done did all this. You accepted my baby and you still here with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, we
But do y'all
really,
ever get
really
so
rock
basically
that
what I'm
fuck
coming
with
to though,
each other.
Blossom? Hold on. What I'm coming to basically is, do you ever get tired of each other's presence though? Even ladies in the chat, y'all can answer. Do y'all ever, that's been in long relationships, do y'all ever get tired of each other's presence and just kind of feel bad because you
I
know
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
it's still like your soulmate, you love him so much, but just feel like, like just
Oh,
get
I'm
tired
sick
of
of
like,
you.
damn.
Please go somewhere.
Do you-
But
Yeah,
look, let me tell you. Let me tell you. My guy, the nigga who I was messing with, he's a truck driver. He's over the road.
I was gonna
So
say, so
it's
you
like
get
I'm
time and
dealing with
space
him
now.
and I'm not dealing with him.
You get time and space because when he go on the road, that's y'all time. So every time y'all probably come back together, y'all be so happy to see each other. But
Girl, look, he blocked me. Girl, look, he left my house. He
what
had
you did?
blocked me.
What you did, Block?
I called this phone and he unblocked me. So it's like he ready for me to talk. This is what we do, like we
Yep.
in high school.
Yep.
Nigga, you fucking 41. I'm 36, 37. Come on, when is we gonna grow up? Like, you the nigga who I said out, you my soulmate, you my
Yes,
diary,
yeah.
you my everything.
I get tired very quickly. Like you can move. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I am Michelle. Like, oh, you see, like you don't got no friends. You don't want to go play basketball. Like,
Girl, I go outside by my damn self just to get
ain't it?
away.
No, but see, that's the difference though. When you have kids, that's what I'll try to do sometimes. Or I like lock up in my room. Next thing you know, he go to little
Hmm.
tap. My
Hmm.
open that door. Open that door. I'm like, God, that's just, and then the thing about it, I'm not even a person that like to really go out. So I can't see myself going out the house. Like, you know how people say go get me time? Because the whole time I'm out, I'm worried about the little babies or what they doing, or, you know, if she's trying to put something in her mouth, because she into every little thing. Like, I mean, literally, y'all,
Hmm.
everything this baby picks up. Hey, hello, make it make sense. How you doing today? Yeah, it's
See,
like
that's
every
why my
so
baby in school, baby, and he 3 years old. Girl, I go get my me time. Go to the nail shop, do whatever, give me something to eat. I
what is
mingle.
that?
I
Hold on,
do
Blossom.
it,
What is that right there?
huh?
Did you say that spam? Free bodacious queen boss Dave. What's that?
Yeah, she in jail. Bodacious, she went to jail. She got locked up.
Oh, okay. I just didn't know. I don't even know, y'all. I'm new to this. I'm sorry. So she tagging somebody in it. Is that what that is?
No, they just saying free her because
Oh, okay, okay,
they
okay,
was
okay.
following her.
Oh, is that the lady that everybody talking about went to jail this morning or
Yeah, yeah, that's her.
something? Okay,
Uh-huh.
okay, okay,
Hmm.
okay, okay, okay. Yeah, I did see other people talking about. I mean, other people talking about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't speak on it, Queen, because I don't know nothing about it, baby. But y'all saying free her, so free her the fast way. I don't know.
Yeah,
I
she is. She
don't know what's going.
locked up. Yep. Somebody
Yeah,
had to call and tell them where she was at, where she was located at, the hotel or whatever. Because when they come, when you got a warrant, they gonna come to your last address,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Somebody had to call and tell them, where she was located at. That's crazy,
I
but
think people do that on this YouTube stuff. I was looking at this other lady thing here, this I am Jazzy lady. Because when I ain't know, I be looking at everybody videos on YouTube. I don't have a particular place. I just look. I be going all
hmm
over. Even when it's
hmm
mothers and multiple children and stuff like me, I like to learn from people. Because that, so I was on this lady and she talking people calling CPS to the house. I'm like, it's ain't no way people going that far on this doggone internet that if children ain't being abused, you picking up the phone calling CPS. People need to stop playing with people's children. And CPS is not always the answer because people children get lost there, people children get molested there, people, and they still get abused in some of them homes. Like people, it's crazy on this internet. I was like, so now thank you so much. Make it make sense. Thank you so much. Like, why would you pick up the phone and call CPS on a total stranger? Like, what kind of day did you have to have? But what people don't understand is what you put out is what the hell you gonna get back. So you think you're being funny and slick, doing crazy stuff like that, playing around in people's homes and putting your mouth on people's kids and all that, calling CPS and all that weird junk. When it come knocking back at your door, don't be looking for sympathy because you got back what you put out. I don't care how long it takes. Karma got everybody's address, baby. It's gonna come back. So even if somebody did that to that lady, worrying about somebody else's business, sometimes it don't come back to you. It can come to your children. It can come to anybody. People got to learn to mind their business. Worry about yourself. Take care of your children. Don't play around with people's kids. I don't like that. Yes, Blossom. Blossom, where you at? Why I can't hear you no more? That woman have boss mugshot and info on her. Mommy. Oh Lord, people talking about it. What woman? The woman who told on her? You saying make it make sense? You see that? You see that comment, Blossom?
yeah, I see. Hold on, my baby. Hold on, baby. Make it make sense. She says she's a new subscriber. Yes, Blossom. That woman has have boss mud shots and info on her page right now. I know everybody. I've been seeing everybody posting it. I follow Ocean. Ocean be keeping me
Right,
up
Ruby.
on everything. Amen. These people
Get to
are
it.
crazy.
They get
Rupia,
way too
yes, they
personal. Like,
are.
why are y'all worrying about people's personal business? Like, what actually is
Hmm.
going on in people's households and what they make, what they do? Like, why do people go that deep? Like, y'all don't know these people for real. You probably would never even see them in real life. Like, unless y'all build a genuine bond on social media. But outside of that, why do you care? Now I can see if you see somebody on the internet actually abusing their children or doing something like that, then yeah, call for help. That's just like, if somebody you see somebody in the street that need help, you help them. But what people on this internet gotta understand, boy, y'all think y'all being funny doing this mess behind these keyboards, baby. God ain't sleep. God ain't sleep. And people going, this is the reaping season, okay? This is the season for favor, okay, and to reap what we have sown. People better watch it now. God is turning things around, but in the midst of turning it around, baby, we gonna reap what we sowed. People better stop. People better stop. Whatever they could have let the law do their own job, stay out that lady doggone business. I don't know what she did, but I'm just saying. Boss went off on Yolanda around 1 a.m. threatening her. Yolanda sent the police to her. You see that? Blossom. Oh, but I think Blossom tended to her baby because I heard her baby in the background. Well, Yolanda and Queen actually going to. Whoa.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I see
You
that.
reading
Yeah,
though, boo?
that's
They
what
talking to you.
happened. That's what happened. That's exactly what happened. Like, yeah, and before Boss Queen, or before she left, she made a status. She was talking. she went live and was talking about people dogging people. Like if you go and listen to live, Dunya went live and she was talking about it. Like the lady, she went off. She went crazy. She went crazy.
Oh, this has a
Yeah,
video of Yolanda and Queen fighting. When they was finna fight or they fought in Burger King.
going to fight in Burger King. They was
Yes, it
actually
is.
going to fight.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. That's right. Make it make sense. That they don't understand. Life and death is in your tongue.
Yep.
People got to be
Uh-huh.
careful of
Yeah.
what they speak. I don't care how mad somebody make me. Anybody my time, I can give you the best tongue lashing. But you understand,
Yes.
no matter what I say, I'm never gonna wish bad on you because I know whatever I wish on you, God will make it knock at my front door or my children's front door. I ain't doing it.
Mm-hmm.
That's just like the
Mm-hmm.
little boy back in March. A little 14-year-old shot my son, my 15-year-old baby. He was going to the store, and the little gang bangers up there at the store, and they thought they was gonna be able to scare my boy, but they wasn't able to. But anyway, the little boy shot my boy, and everybody couldn't understand. They was like, "How in the world could you have sympathy for a person?" I said, "Cause you got to understand this. It wasn't the coroner that called me. It was my child. I'm watching
Yeah.
every weekend that the coroners are calling these mamas.
Mm-hmm.
That's not what happened with me. My child called me and said, Mom, come up to the gas station. I just got shot. It was my baby that called me. You understand me?
Mm-hmm.
So, like I said, a 14-year-old child at a pull the trigger is lost. So, like I told him, at the end of the day, unfortunately, that's what he has sown. So he's going to reap that regardless. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And my baby injuries, even though the most things like his injuries are healing, like I continue to tell him, but now it's his mental that we're working on every day. But like I told him at the end of the day, could you imagine how at 14 years old, like like I told him at 14 years old, I never thought about hurting somebody to the place I would pull the trigger on them. Now I
Mm-hmm.
will fight you all day, but it never even crossed my mind that I want to carry a weapon. These children these days is different. But see,
And mm-hmm.
I always raised my children to be fighters. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
If push
One
comes to
fight,
shove,
all fight. That's
that's
how
right.
I was raised.
You
Mm-hmm.
y'all fight. If push comes to shove, fight. But don't ever do something that you can't turn back from. Like, and like I tell my son, because he want revenge. He don't care nothing about what we talking about. He be like, Mom, you all holier than now. Back in the day, you used to. They done told me the stories. Understand, but if God gave me y'all, and
Mm-hmm.
understand that was a hurt little girl that had lost both of her parents, so she didn't care about nothing. You couldn't even look at me hard without me going in your mouth. But understand it was hurt. That's how I know when I say hurt people, I know hurt people, hurt people. So this is what I'm trying to tell him, but I'm trying to keep y'all from, having to pay for the things y'all do. Because like I tell him, at the age of 12, I'm no longer responsible for your sins, baby. You carry them yourself. So you can keep you saying mama, 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 and not wanting to listen. But understand, God kept you here for a reason, baby. Turn that into your testimony. Because that's but what they
Absolutely.
don't understand, them kids don't want to listen to us no more. The kids don't
Mm-hmm.
want to listen to the elders no more. They don't want to.
Mm-hmm.
But they peers
Mm-hmm.
make and really change them. But the peers don't think it's cool. That's why what Sharita baby did to that little boy last night when they lost the game. That's why it had me pouring down. Because these kids,
Sportsmanship. Yep. Sportsmanship. Yep.
but outside of that, just showing little boys, Black African American boys, showing emotion towards each
African
other
but yep.
and knowing it's okay to love your fellow brother. It's cool to do that. These days they make them think it's not cool. Oh, you being soft.
Mm-hmm.
Or you doing this. Because my son, he even stopped talking to the cops. He didn't want to say nothing because every time he did, they was all over Instagram. Oh, we gonna slide on him. Him and his mama a rant. I told him, let me tell you something. And the police didn't make it no better. They let the little boy out in 5 months. But it's because my son wouldn't go say nothing. You know?
Mm-hmm.
I told him, I mean, you worrying about what the streets, you care more about what the streets think of you than what I think of you.
And they don't even love you. The streets don't love
And that's
at
what I
all.
tell them. The streets don't love nobody. Because at the end of the day, God forbid if something happened to you, that's my loss. That ain't
Mm-hmm.
nobody else loss. That's me and your daddy and your siblings loss. All these ones that's old homeboys shaking your hand and all that, all the hell they gonna have for you is to put your face on the front of a freaking shirt and they gonna do a balloon release. What I supposed to do? That ain't gonna be enough for me. That's why I be telling these kids. That's why all I pray for God down. And I understand he angry. I can, like I told him, I can't say how it feels for that to happen to to me, and the consequences are so minimal. So I can't tell you how to feel. That's why I constantly just pray for him. I talk to him every day, even when I see him just being quiet. I'm like, "You okay? What you thinking about?" You know, because I know how angry
Yeah,
I know how angry I could get at that age. So I can
you
imagine
so right. Yeah, you
how
so
angry
right. And don't stop. Don't stop becoming a
I'm
woman.
not. I'm not. Because if it's up, I ain't gonna let my son. I told him I'm not gonna let you throw your life away. So every day is just a constant thing. That's why I tell people I be too busy to be up in other people got doggone business. Because when I ain't working and taking care of my children every day, I'm working on my son. Just pouring into him, trying to get this anger out of him, this hate out of him, this thing like I want revenge. Like that's all he can think about. That's all he can think
Mm-hmm.
about from sun up to sundown. Like,
Mm-hmm.
but he just turned 16 now. So, I don't know how his brain really operating right now. Exactly. That's all I can do. And that's what I keep praying. God, please guide his footsteps, Lord. And I just always pray to God that I be God, please don't even let them two cross paths in this city. You know?
But y'all know, like they teenager. Of course, they gonna listen to the mom, but it goes in one ear and after another. Now I'm gonna put, like I'm putting myself back in those teenage years. Everybody they was lecturing me, talking to me. Monique, you need to stop. You need to come in the house. You need to do this. You need to do that. But of course they're gonna listen to you by respecting you coming from, a youth experience. Of course they're gonna listen to you, but when he say he want revenge, that's what they want. So me, that's when I step up
Right.
because I got locked up on a murder. And that's where I step up and want to be like, no, no, baby. Listen to your mother because that's what I should have did. Once you commit a crime, it's easy to get into trouble and hard to get out. And
Yep.
that's why I blossom want to be a motivational speaker to these
And you should.
youth because I started off as a youth.
You're not
It
touching.
goes in one ear and after another. Yeah, uh-huh. Yeah, they not gonna talk back
They're
while
not.
you talking
They're
to
not.
them. They not gonna talk back while you telling them the truth. They
Oh,
want to figure out the shit on their own. Excuse me for cussing, but that's how they think. That's how they think.
and then they think about then when you don't think about it until you already back there, and then you ain't got nobody but mama. But when I'm out here trying to
Period.
teach you
Yeah.
and guide you and pour into you,
Yeah.
what I say don't matter. You let
Yeah.
your anger get the best of you. And like I tell him, you gonna let somebody else trick you off the streets. God spared you that time.
Yeah.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
He spared you that
Mm-hmm.
time for you to learn the lesson. Because it was a lesson in that he needed you to learn too. So he spared you that time. So you allow, like I tell him all the time, you cannot. It might be depression, and that's why I asked him, as Ruby. I've asked him plenty of times, do you want to go to therapy? Because sometimes kids can talk to other people, maybe tell them stuff that they don't want to tell you, and
Yeah.
so I offered him therapy multiple times. He refuses to go. He don't want to talk to nobody. I even got his older brothers because, like I said, it's five boys. He's actually the baby boy. So everybody, I've been trying to get them, but at first they couldn't talk to him either because they was angry. They was like, "Mom, man, you don't understand. You don't have to deal with this. This ain't. You don't have to
Okay.
either because y'all can learn how to stop worrying about how people think of y'all, how people perceive y'all. I ain't
Yeah.
never been that type. Because if I was
Okay.
that type, I would have never had 4 kids by the age of 19 if I cared about what somebody think about me, okay? I'd have been
Exactly.
on at the Planned Parenthood dropping them in buckets like everybody else would.
Okay,
I
so look, let me tell you this. Not to cut you out, babe, but let me tell you this. A lot of boys they love their mom just like girls love their dad, right?
Mhm.
So of course they not gonna come and tell you. They not gonna feel more comfortable of coming to tell you, but they'll feel comfortable of telling their daddy because they know their
He
daddy
don't
has
know
been
Blossom.
in
He
the.
don't. My husband tried to. He don't. He won't talk to us.
Oh
And that's
wow,
what he
that's
be saying
deep.
to people like, why won't you talk to us? Because what he want to say is, like he said, one time he did come out, he was like, I just don't understand why, I still feel like now this man walking around and da 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 da. And I'm like, okay, but still let God handle him. Understand,
Let it,
nobody will
yes.
get away
And-
with what
mm,
happened, and I can't
mm,
let y'all go quote unquote slide. I can't let
yeah.
because that's five of my boys that I was
Hmm.
out because of this one little heathen. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
losing my babies behind the street.
Absolutely. And you not wrong. You not wrong.
I'm
You
not
not
letting y'all
wrong.
slide on nobody. Now I
And
told
this
told
is
y'all a
why,
thousand times.
yep,
Let
and this is why, whether if it was in abusive relationship or not, this is why I want to go around and talk to the youth and tell them what I've been through. It's easy getting in trouble. It's hard getting out. Speaking to a person
be quiet.
who been through that situation, you're not gonna like it at all. You're not.
You gotta be quiet.
You're not gonna like it at all. So
No,
yes,
that's what I try to constantly tell them. Like I told them, I can't understand your pain, baby. If it was a choice that day, I would have took it. I wouldn't
yeah,
have go through an ounce of pain, baby. But what you have to understand is what's done is done, and you survived it. Sometimes we have to
hmm
go through worse things, but it become my testimony. I said, why don't you use it to turn around and help other little young teens that's going through stuff out here? Because you don't understand. It's a war out here, and y'all are the prey. It's not the older people
absolutely,
dying no more. It's y'all.
absolutely becoming
Parents are
yes,
marrying these kids. It was never supposed to be like this. And I tell them that all the time. What do you think I'm supposed to do? Well, how do you think I'm supposed to live through that? I had 9 and I want to go before I have to bury any of my 9. I need all of y'all. Every day of my life.
absolutely,
So
absolutely,
this is just what I tell them. Like, I understand you angry. We all would be angry. Who wouldn't be angry? But you got to understand. In the same token, nobody know why it had to happen to you. Nobody know why they didn't choose to just fight you. Nobody know why. And it's not for us to know why. But at the end of the day, you survived it. Turn that pain into power. I tell them that every day. Why do y'all think it's
why you
that
ain't
y'all
on
can't
one
just
here
go and
one
maybe
more,
speak
huh,
to other
baby?
youth that
Yeah.
have been, shot or whatever? Like, why don't you think it's cool to go sit in front
Go
of them and
warm
tell
up
them,
some more.
like, motivate them to know that we made it through. God got a purpose for our life. Why is that not cool? To to you know, it's okay to do that. Why is it not cool? Because you may change some lives and you may stop some other little boys that's been shot, because a lot of them have been shot around here. You standing up and just showing that I don't care about how nobody think about me. And this is what I constantly pray for God to instill in him. God, please help him be more like you and less like him. Okay?
Yes,
Help may
absolutely.
your influence be greater than anybody's from the outside. I'm on live,
Hmm.
lady. You don't hush. Don't come back here with all that noise. And that's my constant prayer, because I feel like as more I talk, see, God can touch him in places that I can't. So that's why I constantly cry out to him, just to heal him internally, heal his mental, because it's just hard, and that's what people don't understand when they do stuff like that. Even when people live through it, their mental is bigger. When they do stuff like that, even though their scars heal, their mental don't. Their mental don't heal as fast as those scars. And now you got to think of this as already now 16-year-old baby that brain is still growing. So of course it's going to be harder for him to just understand that every day that you allow, like I tell him, baby, every day that you allow yourself to wake up angry and with that on your mind, you allow that boy to re-victimize you every day. Okay? Every day you allowing him to re-victimize you. And so that's why I say it's constant. That's why I make sure I do my best so he won't have to handle it by himself, Ms. Rubio. Like I said, every day I'm on him. Like I said, if I ever see him look sad or look like he trying to, that he thinking too hard, mama on him. I get on his nerve. He be like, Mom, straight. And he'll bust out laughing. Mom, I promise you I'm cool. But my heart be telling me you ain't cool. Because I just don't know how to
Yeah.
handle it. Because I've never been through nothing like it before.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
I see, like I said, I see so many mothers around here going through it. But this is what I say. I always pray, because I always pray and stuff. I never thought it would come to my front door.
Mhm.
Even with not with one of my, one of my little baby, my baby boy, but like I said, and before it happened, this is why I say this world just different. I had been to the parents' house like 4 times. Like, to the point where the last time I went around there, me and my husband went, we was like, listen, if it's that bad, because we sick of y'all. Y'all have been handling this so long. Yo, go ahead. Ain't no cameras right here. It's you and him. It's him and Your mom and daddy and him and his mom and daddy. Go ahead and fight it out. Because this is what we
Mm-hmm.
do. Since y'all can't talk and act civilized, right here, no cameras. And after this fight, I don't want to hear nothing else about it. The little boy said, well, I ain't got nothing against him. Okay, so this is the last time I should hear about it. 2 weeks later, my baby walked to the store to give him some doggone chips and a drink, him and 5 of his friends at the store. And like I told my son, this is how he is. I said, this is how much you worry about the streets because anything in your right mind would have told you to turn around and come back home. You feel me?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But no, you want to think that you have to prove something to somebody, so you continue to go to the store. And unfortunately, that's what happened. You know, but like I tell him, it's just a point of like you got to just know your worth and love yourself enough to know don't allow anyone else to control how you feel about you. Baby, I told him you are strong, you made it. Get back on that football field, get back into what you like, but he just I can't do it. I got a bullet in my groin. So I've been taking him to all these surgeons trying to get the bullet removed. They refused to remove it. They said the bullet in his groin, removing it would do more damage than leaving it. So I really kind of
Yeah, they can't remove it. If
yeah,
they
and I think
remove it
that's what
on
the
its
problem is.
own, if
He
they
knows
remove it
then,
on its own, it's something gonna happen. I don't want to say it, but it's something gonna happen. My brother got shot 13 times, and he got out of them 13 times, he got like 3 bullets in him. They
HJT.
refused to move them bullets. They said they
Oh Lord.
removed all the other bullets, but them last 3 bullets, they said if they remove them, something gonna happen to my brother.
Yep, and
So they
that's what
kept
he
him
told
in
me.
there. So
And that's
every
what he
time
told me.
it rained, snow, sleet, or snow, he ate and ate and ate. I told him, go get on disability. Period. If your son needs to get on disability, become a woman, put your baby on disability. There's
But no,
nothing
because
wrong with that.
I won't do that because at the end of the day, I'm just telling my son that what happened to him was something temporary. Those wounds will heal. I think
Hmm.
it's more because he knows the bullet is in there more than I think the bullet caused him any pain because he don't
That's
complain.
trauma, though. That's
But
trauma.
I'm yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's trauma, but I'm not gonna let that trauma take over my baby brain. You're gonna get back on
Hmm.
that football field. You're gonna go right back to who you were before all this mess with these boys and they started altering the way that you were able to live your life.
But
You are
not
gonna
if
go
he
back to who
still
you are
have
because you
bullets.
are going to be great.
Do he still have bullets in him?
He has
Because if
one.
he
He has
if
one.
he have one, that's gonna f him up. Like, it's gonna mess him up. Now it's
Where
gonna
it's
mess him.
planted though, where it's planted at, it won't. Because
Oh, okay,
it's like in between. I can't explain how it is, but where it's located, it won't.
okay.
Maybe one day, and then like the man said, for the fact that he was only 15, his body's still growing.
Oh,
So
okay.
because of the fact of where it's
It probably
located,
come out.
it'll
Yeah.
never cause anything. So that's why I'm trying to get him. And although he hear the doctor saying it, he hear me saying it in his mind because it's something foreign to him. He feel like it limits who he can be, and it does not limit what you can do. I tell him, believe in yourself, baby. Start back moving around like you used to. Get back on the football field because he used to love football. But when
Yeah.
this stuff started with these little boys, because like I said, it's been ongoing, he stopped playing football. It's like he allowed that beef to consume his mind. So it was constantly
Mhm.
like, get back on the football field, forget them, show them. You don't have to show them by being in the streets like them. You can show them by succeeding. So they'll be still in the streets worrying about what you got going on while you elevating in life. Let me tell you something. That's the biggest get back you can ever do for a person that want to see you down. Succeed. Succeed. And that's what I told him. As long as I'm living, I'm gonna be in your ear. I don't care how tired you get of me. I don't care how much um you say, "Mom, you do too much." Why you keep? I'm gonna keep doing it until God take my voice. Cause understand, you're mine, and I ain't bring you here to lose you early. I ain't bring you here to lose you in these streets. That is not an option. Yeah, I am. Yeah, I am Michelle. That's what me and my husband saying too. We are definitely looking into that. Just trying to get him, um, just in a different surrounding where he can just start fresh and new. Where he don't know nobody. Where none of them don't know nobody. Um, just to see if it'll help. You know, just to let him start fresh. You know, because you never think about that. And you're right. Who said that? Rubia. We are adults. We feel messed up. So to be a kid, right? That's right. That's what I was just saying the other day. Like when I was coming up, if you If we saw adults in the store, even if we was children that cursed, we would never say a curse word while adults was in the store. Now they're being in the store, bees and this and that. They don't care nothing about the presence of an adult. And they will buck up at you. They will, you know, they'll clutch at you. They don't care. And I'm just like, y'all might be right. Because I kept fussing. They keep trying to convince me I don't live in the time they used to live in. And I am starting to slowly think that these children are 100% right. You know, all we can teach them is what we know. But we have to understand it's from a different time. Like it's like from a warp space or something. It makes our childhood what we got when we was coming up. It seemed different. Like we used to double dutch. Like I don't even see little girls double dutching no more. I barely see, every now and then you'll see a child on a bike. I barely see that. Like social media is the demise. It's going to be, and I'm telling you, it's definitely the worst thing. It's like a blessing and a blessing and a curse. It's definitely bad when it comes to our children because they don't know how to decipher the difference between. That's the way I feel. Decipher the difference between somebody saying something behind a keyboard and somebody saying something in your face. They have the same energy behind the keyboard, gangster, than they would if somebody was standing right there in their face. I'm like, look, your veins popping out your head and your neck, and you probably ain't gonna never see that person in the world. So you gonna sit here and run your blood pressure up to 3,000 and stroke out behind somebody behind the keyboard that you probably ain't gonna never see. I'm like, chill out. You know, I'm very good at pointing out ridiculousness. Like y'all being ridiculous. Y'all allow that social media to have way too much power over y'all. I tell my children that all the time. Like y'all gotta stop. Y'all gotta stop. Because that is, it's the worst thing. But it's just sad to see how these children, y'all, even coming up, yeah, you hear the kids passing away every now and then, y'all, but not like this. Not like this. I've never seen nothing like this before. I never thought in my life, because if I thought it would be like this, I wouldn't have had children. I ain't gonna even lie to y'all.
Mommy.
I would have never had no children. If I ever thought it would turn out like this, do y'all ever feel bad? All y'all that's mothers, do y'all ever feel bad for bringing y'all children in this kind of world? Do y'all ever think like?
Oh yeah, boy. Absolutely not. You know why? Because
Bad, like,
I'm sorry. Hold on.
I be like, did I bring them in this world to go through this? Like, sometimes I beat myself up so bad. Like, it's no way that I always did my best to be good to people. I always been the house in the neighborhood with all that was going through stuff could come and feel comfortable and feel loved. And this time, my children, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm like, wait, good being, because like I went through something. I still go through it. Sometimes when I see look at my baby, I just be like, as a mother, it make you want to do something, like forget it. Because I always told him I would protect him, So it just makes you feel like you ain't done enough. Even when he get out in 5 months and now your son got to worry about him walking the streets with him. So it feel like you got a slap on your wrist, So then that make you more angrier. So you talk to him. I said I was going to talk to a counselor too, because I'm telling you, they don't understand. When you victimize somebody, you don't just hurt them. You hurt them. You hurt their family. The trauma, it just runs through everything. I don't even sleep the same, y'all. If I hear a siren, I'm jumping up. I'm calling my kids that don't live here. I'm looking in all the rooms of the kids that is here, making sure everybody here. Like, it's bad, y'all. It's bad. That pull of that trigger changed all our lives. You hear me? That's why I say I can't imagine the mothers that actually babies, didn't make it. God knows I can't imagine what they go through and don't want to. That's one pain I don't want to feel. That's something I do not want to ever have to relate to. You hear me? I don't want to be relatable when it comes to that at all. She said, please, Rubia, why you keep deleting your comments, boo? Please make Blossom, that baby is on Blossom hip tonight.
I know, right? That's why I keep pausing it. I'm sorry.
I don't know. I know the baby there. What do you got to add to that, though? What I was saying. Y'all got to add anything to add. Y'all can hit the link.
I say I don't feel bad. That's why I remove with me. I grew up in poverty, so when I went to jail, came home, and then I had a baby like a year later after I came home. I didn't want my baby to grow up where I was raised at. I took him out when I started getting my own crib.
That's
Looking for cribs or whatever. I
fine.
started going where the white people went, the Caucasians. I
Right,
didn't want to bring my baby up in poverty, how I grew up in the projects and stuff like that. I
right.
didn't want him to see what I've seen growing up. So I would never say, I felt bad bring him in this. No, no, I don't, because I know how to move around. I
No,
know.
but even in the suburbs, it doesn't guarantee their safety though. That's what I'm saying.
No,
Like
it
when
don't.
I'm saying that I
It
don't,
don't.
I feel like if was something happened to them, I don't feel bad. Like I said, I definitely don't regret them. They're everything to me. They're the only reason why I'm
Mhm.
sitting on this other end of this phone talking to y'all. Okay.
Mhm.
Those babies, like I tell them, I gave y'all life, but y'all definitely saved mine. Because plenty of times, even after my parents died, I tried to commit, you know, the S word, and giving me my baby
Mhm.
at 14 years old was the only thing that stopped me from keep taking pills, keep having to get my stomach pumped, keep trying to go be with my mom. You know,
Mhm.
that baby gave me a reason to want to live. And so, and they all provide that for me. They are my strength in my time of weakness. Every time I think about
Mhm.
giving, I look at those nine and I know I got to keep pushing. So
Mhm.
they everything to me. They the air I breathe. Okay.
Yes, it's like it's
Everything.
not
So
about
when I
you.
say
It's
this,
not.
that's why I take it personal when
Mhm.
somebody do something like
Period.
that. So what I'm saying is, I'd be like, if I ever knew that their lives would be, that they would have to, they couldn't worry about just being children, that they would have to worry about living,
Yes, absolutely.
you know, and I feel responsible.
Absolutely.
I feel responsible because if I ever thought my children would have to worry about living or leaving here as babies, I would have made other choices. That's a hell of a
Absolutely.
burden to carry now. Ain't nobody,
Yes.
ain't nobody have no child to lose them. We don't have our children to lose them.
You right. Yes. Becoming woman. I love this commentary. I'm glad you invited me up. I hope I was helpful for
You was,
something,
you was.
in some areas. But I got to get ready for my live, girl.
Oh, you going live? Okay, so I'm gonna pick off in a minute. So I'm gonna come over. What time you going live?
Girl, oh, we could piggyback. We could piggyback off each other, girl.
Okay,
We
what
could
time
do
you
that.
going?
I go at 11 o'clock. So I'm about to get myself situated. It's 10:30. Well, it's 10:20 here where I'm at.
Okay,
So in 10 minutes, I'm about to hurry up and get my baby a little bath. And then by that time it should be 10:40. I'm gonna set myself up. So 11 o'clock, 11:05, I'll be going live.
okay, I'll be over.
Okay,
I
boo.
should.
And we could just piggyback off this.
Yeah, we can.
Because my baby, he's 11. He think it's okay to sag his pants. I get him. We could talk. We could.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. I
Okay,
thank y'all for
take it
tuning
away.
in. I'll see y'all later.
All right, boo. You have a blessed day. I'll be over.
You do. Okay. What, baby?
But
What?
yeah, like I say, I've talked to him about counseling and stuff, and you know, he just as a young kid, that ain't cool. And then they love to say the African American community, we don't get our children the proper counseling. But what we supposed to do if they just don't want it? You know, I don't want to force them into something and then it make them become overly emotional. I always worry about because you see some insurance hurt themselves and stuff like that. So I don't be wanting to make him revisit it if he is telling me the truth and he not revisiting it. And it's just me revisiting it really in my mind every day. Maybe I don't know, y'all. I understand, Miss Rubia. Well, you always welcome up here, boo. You come across how you want to come across. One thing about me, I'm real raw and uncut. Okay, we all parents. We don't got. Let me tell y'all something. We could do all that we can. What I've learned is you could be the best parent. You can pour into your children, put them in the best schools, invest your dime in them. Do everything you can. And what I've noticed is they can get and go to these schools, and even in those rich schools, they be in the bathroom doing drugs, doing all kind of mess. And you even see the rich kids. That's why I say, it gotta be that child has to choose to want better for themselves. Because mom and daddy can't be with you 24 hours a day. We can pour, we can install, we can, plant the seed and pray that it grow. We can every day make sure we water it, we nurture them, we love them, we tell them right from wrong, we guide them. But at the end, it's their choice. And that is the hardest reality as a parent. That's the hardest reality to face. Because you know that they're not old enough to always make the right choices. We have to trust them to make the right choices. But we also have to know it's a part of their brain that's not even finished developing. And sometimes that part of their brain can take over and they can make a bad choice that could ruin the rest of their life. Despite how good of a parent you've been. Despite the things that you kept them away from, you fought for them, to never see or never cross their path. It's a whole big world out there that they see that's outside of you and your teachings. They have to choose to walk in what you've taught them. And a lot of them, unfortunately, they don't make that choice. They rather worry about looking cool to their friends. Because to them, you old, you don't know nothing. You ain't never been through nothing now. They don't believe mom and dad have been through some things. Oh, you old. You can't do. They don't believe you've been through nothing. Now I have some amazing kids, but understand. I grow through HE hockey sticks, okay? Because at the end of the day, I was a young mother. I ain't had nobody teach me how to be a parent, but I knew right from wrong. And that's what I instilled to my children, right from wrong. I know I ain't never did nothing to hurt nobody. As far as, pulling out a weapon and trying to take that. I know I never do no mess like that. And I always told them, y'all don't do mess like that. Because God said you take a life, you give your own. And I constantly tell them that. Just like I constantly tell them, I keep an open dialogue. Tell me when I might be messing up. Because understand the things that y'all are privy to, which is having parents, both parents, every day of y'all life, I wasn't privy to. So when y'all fall short, that's why I'm just not easy. You can't come tell me anything. Because I know the mistakes that I made in life and I know why I made them. I made them due to a lack of guidance, a lack of intellect. I made them because nobody cared about what would happen to me. So y'all can't come to me and tell me any sob story and try to make me think you right when I know, because I ain't that mama to say, oh, my child, I hate them. Oh, I can't stand that mama. I know my child, and you don't know nothing. You know the child you raised wouldn't have did it. But sometimes the child that walk out your door ain't the child you raised. When they walk out your door, sometimes them faces switch, baby. They very good at being deceitful. So don't ever say what your child won't do. Don't ever say what your child won't do, because you don't know what they won't do. Just like you don't even know what you won't do if put in a position. You could be the nicest person in the world. Somebody pushed the wrong button. You could turn into somebody totally different. So why you think your child can't? You ain't perfect. So why you think your child is? You was a child before. You made mistakes. So why you think your child won't? Why don't you think at some point in your child life, they're going to make indiscretions? Are they going to do things that that they know that you would not approve of? Because at some point in their life, it ain't you. It ain't you that they worrying about. It's them. And that's the part of parenting that people don't want to talk about. That's the part of parenting people act like don't exist. That some of these children just mischievous. That's the part that a lot of parents don't want to admit. But what you understand when you don't admit it and you always jump into your child's defense like your child right, you create a non-productive adult. Because when they go out there in the real world, ain't nobody bowing down to them. They ain't finna get that way in the real world. When they go to a job, they're going to have a boss. And either they're going to do what that boss say or that boss going to fire they behind. They don't even know how to take constructive criticism because mom and dad in the tone they've been right all their doggone life. I only have one, and I shoot straight from the hip. My 16-year-old son says, Mom, you hurt my feelings. And I said to him, when I'm going to the streets, exactly, Miss Ruby, and that's a fact. And that's what I tell my kids. Everything I say to y'all raw and uncut because I've been out there. I'm speaking from experience. A lot of people just be speaking based on science, scientific stuff and stuff. No, you can't talk from experience. Talk from experience. If you ain't never been through it, you can give a biased opinion. But you don't know what nobody else struggling with if you ain't walked through it. You know, your advice could be helpful as this may work or that might work. But you can't give no guarantees because what worked for you may not work for them. And what you find in your textbook definitely may not work for them because everybody's not wired the same. Everybody's brain is not the same. Everybody's an individual. So when one person respond or react to, the other person may not. We are all individual people. Even these children, they have a voice. And that's a lot of times, a lot of parents' problem is they treat them like the old days. Children ought to be seen, not heard. These days, you better listen. You better listen because there'll be a lot going on in them little brains, honey. Them little brains move 1,000 miles per minute. And they got to get it off. They got to get it off. Because they let it build. And then that's when the bad decisions come in. Because they feel like they can't be who they are because it's going to be looked at as you being too grown or you know, are you doing too much? Oh, in my MF house, you ain't going to do. Honey, you got to understand. You know, you got to walk them through. You can, in my house, I got rules in my house. You know, I'm to the point now, listen, you're going to either follow them or you can go. Because ain't nobody in my house growner than me. You ain't finna do me like that. If you think you grown than me, baby, it's time to go. Because I ain't subsiding to no child. And if you think that mean I don't love you because I ain't going to let you do whatever you want to do, call it what you want. I ain't finna explain it. Because that ain't nothing I should have to explain. Common sense ain't so common these days, though. I ain't finna explain to you why I'm doing what's best for you. Because if you sit back and think about what I'm telling you, it ain't never nothing to hurt you. Your choices hurt you. My choices guide you. Learn the difference between the two. You know, you never think about your choices. You just think, you know, you just react. When mama's sitting back watching and I'm watching how you moving. Nah, they don't never feel us, Ms. Ruby. They don't feel us. They feel like we just being controlling. We just trying to tell them what to do. We think we know, but we don't know. They act like we never been children before. They really in their mind believe we never been kids before. They really in their mind believe we never been through nothing. They really in their mind believe we don't have their best interests at heart. See, the ones that don't want to listen try to use your guidance against you. Oh, you just hate me. You don't want me to do nothing. You don't want me to have no freedom. I'm trying to save you. Do you understand? I'm losing myself trying to save you. I'm trying to save you more than you trying to save yourself. Because you think it can't happen to you, but nobody's exempt. My child, your child, her child, his child. Nobody's exempt. Hell, me or you ain't exempt. I want you to live the best life you can, baby, while you here. Because we all just passing through. Give yourself a chance to grow up. Love yourself enough to know that you deserve to grow up. You deserve to be able to grow up. You deserve to become a father or a mother. You deserve to be successful in life first and then become a father or mother. You know, don't care because at the end of the day, you will understand. That's what I always tell them. No matter what you choose to do, listen to it. At the end of the day, you're going to reap your own, baby. You're going to reap your own. You're going to reap your own, baby. Mama ain't going to reap it for you. Daddy ain't going to reap it for you. When you stand at the kingdom, baby, they're not asking you about mom and daddy. He going to ask you about you. And only you can be the narrator of your life. I can add pieces to the chapter, baby, but that's it. That's all, baby. I can't write your whole book for you. At some point, you have to take responsibility for your own life. At some point, you have to love yourself enough to know you're worthy. You bigger than the streets. If you want to be in the streets, buying up the streets, buying up the homes in your neighborhood. If you want to be in the streets doing something positive. Change lives. Don't take them. You know, be better than what people think, because you already born in this world with a number on your head. You're already born in this world, even as an African American, with people expecting you to fail. Don't give them what they want. Don't be a statistic. Do your damnness not to be. Because you're worth that. If you're going to fight for anything in the world, fight for you. Like I told Miss plenty of days in my life, I value y'all more than I value myself. Because I brung y'all here. Y'all didn't ask to be here. I brung y'all here. Okay, boo. How I did that again. I brung y'all here, and I'm trying to keep y'all here. Until God say different. Not nobody else. Till God say different. That's the only one I want to be outside of myself, be the narrator of your story. The Lord, nobody else. Because see, he gonna love you unconditionally. He gonna love you even when you don't love yourself. He gonna guide you when I ain't around. And even when I am around, he gonna guide you. When you unsure, God gonna make sure that you sure. When your vision is blurry, you ask God to clear your path. And he will. He do like I tell him, he can do things for you I can't, baby. And I'm speaking from experience, because at the end of the day, who would say that I would even be sitting here right now? Can you imagine as a baby having nobody? Having nobody to tell you every day I love you. Having nobody just to give you a hug sometimes. Having nobody to even see you worthy. Can you imagine? In a situation you had nothing to do with, you had no control over. But here you are. No need to wallow in the sorrow. Make it through. That's the option. Make it through. Push hard and make it through. Because you're worthy of that. You deserve that. We all deserve that. We all deserve to get to the season that God has created for us all. We all deserve that. We all are worthy enough to make it to what God has for us. And I know sometimes life can tear you down, baby. Life can make you feel like it ain't worth living no more. Life got a way of beating you down. But in those times, know that God is up to something. But you got to go through, and you got to make it through to get to. It's a must that you make it through. It ain't no in between. You got to make it through, no matter what it is. You got to make it through. You know? It's a must. You're worthy to make it through. But life is hard. I'm telling you, life will beat you down. Even when, like I said, when the devil feel like he can't get nothing else, do nothing else to you, baby, he go after your children. Out of all things. And you know, most of us that's mothers, you know, our children mean more to us than anything in this world. Most of the time they mean more than we mean to ourselves. So now you're attacking everything good in me. How do I fight that? You know? How do I fight that? How do I overcome that? You overcome it by giving it to God, letting go and letting God, letting him be your strength in your time of weakness, letting him provide you to the answers to all your questions, standing firm on his word, and believing enough in yourself to know that it's going to work out. No matter who don't want it to work out, it's going to work out. Because God don't give empty promises. So anytime that you feel like you're at your worst, God up to something. Just keep on holding on. He up to something in your favor. But it's not going to come when you want it. But it's always going to be right on time. He's going to give it to you when you need it the most. He's going to give it to you when he know that you are strong enough to deal with it. And that you're going to make the right choices with it. So when everybody time comes, just make sure you stay humble. Anytime you think about messing it up, think about what you had to go through to get to it. Because things from God don't come easy. Honey, you got to put up a hell of a fight to get to it. But when you finally get it, baby, it's way more valuable to you because it wasn't just handed to you. And you know for sure where it came from. Because like I tell people all the time, the devil give blessings too, baby. I ain't going to even say blessings. The devil give gifts too that could be disguised. You think it's a blessing. But God promises again, they never come back void. They will never come back to you void. Even when you don't see a way out of no way. They'll never come back void. Ever. He will never leave you. Even when you leave him, he still never leave you. That's how much he loves you. You know, we all gotta just understand that you know, we all gonna go through it. And even when you're the best person in the world, you're gonna go through it. Unfortunately, it's just what we gotta go through. It was already written. It's biblical. You gotta go through it. Ain't no way around it. But like I say, stay strong during the test. Stay strong. I was trying to find that link, another link for you, Miss Rubia, but I don't see how to do it. When I click on and I hit your channel, it still don't give me a link on here. I don't know. I was trying to paste that one I was trying to paste from you was that one that was in that how do I get it? Let me see if the YouTube studio maybe have it. It looked different on this laptop. Link. Is there a link here? Let me see. Y'all, I'm here. I'm just trying to get the link for Miss Rubia. I can't get it. I don't know where it is. But yeah, y'all, we all worthy. I don't care what nobody in the world tell you, what nobody around you tell you. You worthy. You worthy of any and everything it is you want in life. Whatever it is you want in life, manifest it. Speak on it every day you wake up. Speak on it. It's yours. God said, ask and you shall receive. I don't care how far-fetched it look. I don't care how far-fetched it look. Or you feel like, oh, ain't no way I can do that. Yes, you can. You got the same breath in your body everybody else breathe. Ain't nothing impossible until your heart stops. When your heart stops, you transitioning on. You got more work to do elsewhere because we all just passing through. Don't never make nobody make you feel like you ain't worthy. Because you worthy of the things you can think of and the things you can't think of. You are worthy of the unthinkable. Because you were made perfectly imperfect in God's image. You got a purpose. Your life has a purpose. That's why I always tell people, no, I'm not perfect at all. Not by a long shot. But life has taught me the things that I say. I didn't need nobody. I didn't need nobody. During the times when I had nobody else to teach me how much I was worth, God was there. And he taught me. He taught me in due time. I'm coming for you. To pour my blessings down on you and make you understand why I had to put you through so much to stand you right here in this moment. All those questions you had for me, why you? Now you see why it had to be you. You know, I had to make sure that when I brought it to you, you wasn't gonna mishandle it. You wasn't gonna fumble the bag. And I'm not just talking about money. I'm talking about life. I'm talking about fumbling the good people around you, that you was gonna be able to speak life into somebody. Because you got to understand, that's the big thing that life is about. Life is about speaking life. Speaking life into your fellow neighbors. Speaking life into even sometimes the people you can't stand. Life is about speaking life. Life is about uplifting. Life is about making a difference. Life is about setting your footprints in the sand. Just like you want God to carry you when you're at your weakest, when you're at your strongest, you should be carrying somebody else. Because understand, when you're strongest, there's somebody around you that's weak. There's somebody around you that's weak and that needs your strength. Don't be selfish with it. Share it. Because he gave you enough to help you and everybody around you. Understand? He gave it to you because he knew that you was going to be the one to handle it. That's why I think that saying comes from God gave his toughest battles to his strongest soldiers. You were handpicked. You were handpicked by God to go through. But you were also handpicked to get to. You were handpicked. And I know people will be like, well, I don't understand you have so many people questioning his presence. Like, I don't understand how I can go through. But you never think about you made it through. It was the worst thing in your god doggone life. If you would have thought about it beforehand, you would have never thought you would have made it through it, but you did. But you forget about that part when you're going through it because it's the worst thing in this world. But you don't have time to sit back and think, but wait a minute, I lived. And I always thought I could never live through nothing like that. That's when the part of God showing up, he was there the whole time. But I appreciate all y'all for being on here with me tonight. Hopefully all y'all will always come back. Please like, subscribe, and share. You know, I appreciate all of you. And like I always say, if there's any content that y'all want to talk about, let me know. Any topics, anything you want to know, without getting too much of my doggone business now. But anything you want to know, or you just want to talk about, cry about, we can do that. Because sometimes everybody needs somebody sometime. And sometimes a stranger, you know, can be the motivation that you need. Hell, that's why I'm here, to find like-minded strangers to help me. And hopefully I can help y'all. Because we all going through something right now. Whether we want to talk about it or not, it don't make it go away. Peace and blessings.